My future wife, if your eyes ever land on these words, I want you to pause for a moment and really listen, not with curiosity, not with doubt, but with the quiet part of your heart that already understands more than you realize. There are things happening in silence that you cannot see yet. Things growing quietly, patiently, without noise or announcement. Every conversation we've shared, every smile you gave me without thinking, every word exchanged when the world felt ordinary, none of it was accidental. I believe we are still discovering where this story is going. You believe we are still walking without a map, but the truth is I've been building something ahead of us slowly, carefully, piece by piece, while you were living your days naturally. I was collecting moments, storing them like sacred notes, shaping a future that belongs to us long before it will ever be spoken out loud. There were times you looked at me and said, half joking, half serious, you're hiding something, and you were right. I was, but not a secret meant to hurt, not a truth meant to deceive. I was hiding something gentle, something meaningful, something that would one day change the way you see not just me, but us. This isn't about a question asked on one knee. This isn't about a performance or a spectacle. This is about intention, about choosing you in silence before choosing you in front of the world. I remember you once saying you never wanted attention, never wanted noise, never wanted a crowd staring at something that should belong only to two hearts. You wanted something honest, something private, something that felt like a promise spoken softly, not shouted. So that's what I'm creating. There is a place away from distractions, away from expectations, a place where the air feels lighter and time slows down without trying. I found it by listening to everything you ever said you loved. I walked there alone. First, I stood still and imagined your presence beside me. I imagined your steps, your expression, the way you'd try to understand why I brought you there. That place remembers me now. It's waiting for you. You won't notice everything at once. That's intentional. You'll feel it before you understand it, a sense that the moment is different, that the day has quietly shifted. Only later will your eyes begin to catch the details, the care, the thought, the meaning layered into every corner of that space. And when realization finally reaches your heart, I'll already be there, steady, calm, smiling, because I've been waiting for that exact second longer than you'll ever know. You won't see the nights it took to plan this alone. You won't see the hesitation, the restraint, the discipline it took not to tell you. You won't know how many ideas were abandoned because they didn't feel like us. I kept refining everything until it felt simple, pure, and true. The way love is meant to be. I chose you long before this moment will arrive. I chose you in the way I listened, in the way I remembered the smallest details you thought didn't matter, the way your voice softens when you're tired, the way your eyes search for reassurance without asking for it. Those things became the blueprint for everything I'm building. This is not fantasy. This is preparation. Right now, somewhere beyond what you can see, everything is aligning, not loudly, not dramatically, quietly, purposefully. Your favorite things are being considered. Your preferences are being honored. Every detail is being shaped with you at the center, even though I don't know it yet. Maybe lately you've felt it, that strange sense that something meaningful is approaching, a feeling you can't explain, only feel. That's not coincidence. That's the future brushing against the present. One day when life feels ordinary and nothing seems different, that will be the day everything changes. You won't be prepared, and that's the beauty of it, because love isn't about control. It's about trust. And when that moment comes, you won't need explanations. You'll understand everything without words. I don't know how you'll react. I don't know what you'll say, but I do know this. I'll be there offering you everything I've protected inside my heart, not loudly, not desperately, but confidently, because you are not just someone I want to marry. You are someone I chose long before I ever had the chance to ask. This isn't a surprise meant to impress. It's a promise kept in silence. And when the time comes, every step I took quietly will finally speak for me. If you were still watching this, it means something inside you didn't want to look away. Maybe you don't fully understand why yet. Maybe you're telling yourself this is just words, just imagination. But real moments always begin like this, quietly, gently, before they reveal their weight. I've learned something important about love. The strongest kind doesn't rush. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't announce itself before it's ready. It waits. It prepares. It grows roots so deep that when the moment finally arrives, nothing can shake it. That's the kind of love I chose for you. There were many times I could have spoken sooner, many moments where honesty would have been easier than patience. But love isn't about ease, it's about timing. I wanted the truth to reach you when it could be felt, not just heard. I wanted you to experience it, not analyze it. You've always had a way of sensing things before they happen. You feel shifts before others notice them. That's why this moment is finding you now, not because you were searching for it, but because you were ready to receive it. I imagine the day clearly, not in loud colors, not in dramatic scenes, but in stillness, in closeness, in the way the world seems to step back for a moment and let two lives move forward together. There won't be pressure. There won't be expectations, just truth standing openly between us. When I look at you in that moment, I won't be asking a question out of hope. I'll be offering a future built with certainty, a future shaped by listening, by understanding, by choosing you even on days when no one else could see it. You won't need reassurance. Then you won't need explanations. Everything you ever wondered about, my silence, my patience, my restraint, it will finally make sense. You'll realize that nothing was missing. It was all being saved. I didn't fall in love with an idea of you. I fell in love with the real you, the quiet strength, the softness you protect, the way you care deeply without asking for recognition. Those things don't fade with time, they deepen, and that's why I know this isn't temporary. This is lasting. If you're feeling emotional right now, let yourself. If you're smiling without knowing why, that's okay too. Some truths don't arrive with logic, they arrive with recognition. This isn't me trying to convince you of anything. This is me standing in my truth before the moment arrives. So when it does, nothing feels rushed or forced, only natural, only right. One day, when you think back to this, you'll realize this wasn't just a message. It was a doorway, a quiet beginning to something that was already on its way. And when we finally stand there together, you'll know, not because I told you, but because your heart already agreed long before the words arrived. Until then, live freely, smile genuinely, trust what you feel. Everything meant for you is moving toward you calmly, intentionally, without needing to announce itself. And when the time comes, you won't be surprised that it happened. You'll only be surprised by how right it feels